Johnny got a toy golf set when he was 3, and from that day on, he was hooked. All he wanted to do was golf, golf, golf. He'd be on the links before school, after school. All he ever wanted was to go pro. And then, one day, when he was holding his grandson and thinking about his 12 handicap, Johnny realized it just might not happen for him. But you know what did happen for him? He switched to Geico and saved a bunch of money on car insurance. So that was good, and so was hanging out with his grandson.
All right, we are testing.
Check.
Testing.
Mic check 1 2.
Testing.
Check.
Let me just talk into my mic. Make sure this mic is good. All right, good. Go ahead.
Dude, if you're gonna fart, make sure it's on air.
Well, pardon me, it came out too fast. I couldn't hit the button in time.
Taking the finish off my fucking wood.
I'm just
You might want
happy.
to burn this thing. If you can cut this section out, it seems to wrap around here. You might want to cut this section out.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
He's getting hot and bothered.
I forgot this guy fancies himself as some sort of architect. I guess the Scumfellows studio is not enough for John Zombie. We're live from the Scumfellows
You know how
studio.
much magic happened here? We had the all-day drinking binge here.
That was it. That was all the magic.
And then my neighbors haven't talked to me since Jerry.
36 beers later. 36 beers later and a year later, we're finally back at the Scumfellows studio.
We renovated the Scumfellow studio. We got some nice classy wine fucking glasses.
There's a baby now.
There's an infant.
If Jerry came here now, it'd be 10 to Jerry. Be like, Google Gaga, bro.
He goes, yo, bro, your baby's so fucking cute, bro. Bro.
We're on location. We're at the Giratos.
Yeah.
That's
Excited.
and you know what's funny is I'm getting weak because I had a little weepy eye when I saw the baby.
He was really happy to meet his Uncle Greg, his Uncle Robbie.
It's Uncle Zombie.
His Uncle Zombie.
Total shock to see his Uncle Zombie.
He didn't like you very
He
much.
didn't like
Nah, he
you,
didn't
no.
seem to care for me at
kid
all.
just kept staring at Zombie for good reason.
Like, I feel like when he turns 18, my son, he's gonna have like these weird like flashbacks of this man staring at him with like a microphone.
But you know the thing is, like when he turns 18, we'll all be relatively young. You know,
yeah.
like I'll probably be Zombie's gonna be his early 60s.
Zombie might be an actual zombie by then.
Probably.
Well, you're in good health now.
I do not take care of myself though.
What's your biggest vice, John Zombie?
Ah man,
Doing a podcast.
That soda pop.
It's got to be the
Rot
alcohol.
your teeth, boy.
It's amazing how much he drinks but does not get drunk.
You don't get drunk. I never see you.
Well, not on the podcast.
No, but I've drank with you a few times now. At Killmeyer's, you were drinking a lot. No,
I didn't have like too many. It's like, I mean, they were big glasses.
yeah, because you know what's funny? I had about 3 that night, and I was pretty fucking.
We had about like
There's
3.
some of those big steinies.
I love them.
Oh
I think I
yeah.
had at least like 3 or 4 of those.
We were taking pictures, and Pat Haggerty's rarely funny, but he did, when we were taking the pictures, he did make me laugh when he could. Oh, look, it's the Greg and Rob podcast.
Taking pictures like idiots.
And you just mumbled peed under your breath.
Yeah, I was like,
Fucking peed.
they catch on, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
They know their
Don't worry,
nicknames.
the roast hat is going to be full of
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs. I'm excited.
You know what? I'm in a message group with Greg and my mom, and my mom calls me Oops 1 and Greg Oops 2.
Your mom just made a group just to roast you.
Classic Giacomo bit.
The most stealable man in comedy.
John, the Fight Club. What are we going to do about this?
I don't know.
Oh, it is an intervention. My house has a safe energy.
I didn't want to bring this up on the last podcast. I don't. But when you went up for the Chris Crespo roast, do you realize that you're intruding? These are his friends. You walk in. And
Hey, I said I just said I'm down to be up and say Matt Maron put me on the lineup.
you
I don't
don't
know what
need
else
this.
to tell you.
What an idiot that Matt Maron is. You don't need
What an
this.
exclusive piece of shit that is.
I don't care that you do because that's your thing and do the Fight Club. You're not awful at it.
You're better than Johnny Caps.
Yeah, you're a lot better.
In the grand scheme of things,
I haven't seen his
at all.
performance. I didn't do too well against. I just went against James Mack on.
We saw it.
Yeah. that wasn't
You
good.
don't think the Shadows is aware of this?
That wasn't a good one.
Even though the shadows is dark, we see all.
You're a neighbor to the Shadow.
The first thing I do every Monday morning is watch when John Zombie's at.
So you like to start your day off terrible?
Well, I'm concerned.
You gotta either write some better jokes Okay.
Ask for help.
Ask for help. Everyone write.
Do you think the champ beat James Pontill on his own?
He got help from the shadows.
He gave him the shadows.
Who
We
you going
fed
up
that kid
against
gold.
I don't know. I haven't been
You
challenged.
should go up against Johnny Caps. That'd be another great no contest.
Actually, honestly, you should do that.
Yeah.
Maybe
You should be the first person in Fight Club to just deck the other dude.
You know what though? He did beat Tommy Carolyn, and Tommy Carolyn's a good comic.
He's a pretty good
You
comic.
got
Yeah.
some potential there.
Yeah.
But you gotta.
Well, I mean, they also I did kind of like slack off with like the joke writing for James Mack. It's like I had like all week to prepare and actually waited till like the morning of like the Sunday like to actually like try and like write stuff.
No.
'Cause me and him did
That's
actually.
fun when you're talented like the three of us.
Yeah, not for somebody like
You can
me.
get away with some.
You are the underdog there, John. You
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah,
write-
I dropped the ball.
you have
on
to be
that.
prepared or don't show up because
John,
you're gonna
John,
lose.
John, you're the Flash Funk of Comedy Fight Club.
Flash Funk.
You're the Brooklyn Brawler.
Right, you're the guy that
From Staten
you know who
Island.
you are. You're the guy they use wrestlers to get over.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You're like if,
They're
when-
trying to job you, John.
Right, like when Stone Cold started out, he needed to rough up a few easy guys.
Yeah.
You know that. You watch wrestling now.
Smacks around Vader, who's fucking 50 pounds overweight all the
What
time.
you want to do is you want to get pretty good at it, right? And then eventually, right, you're gonna like. You know, you're going to be outdated. You're going to age out, right? And then years later, you're going to come back as that guy, the guy that the young kid, the hot kid in town is going to take over.
The hot 50-year-old kid.
You're going to be the guy that the get over guy again. But what's going to happen is you're going to run into fucking Mickey, right? You're going to run into Mickey, and Mickey is going to fucking dismiss you at first, but
yeah,
you're going to
yeah.
be like retarded in Philadelphia,
Right, right.
and you're going to be like, hey, my shot. Why don't you issue a challenge to Johnny Caps right now? Go ahead. I want you to issue. No one's challenged you, right?
Johnny Caps, this is John Zombie calling you out from Comedy Fight Club. It's like, come take me on, you bald-headed fuck.
Oh wow, man!
Say I want to roast you like the fucking chestnut head you are.
Insinuating he has cancer because his head's bald.
It's like I wipe my ass with your book, your fucking zombie book.
Oh, he wrote a book?
Yeah, he wrote a book.
About zombies?
Yes.
So that's a natural rivalry right there.
Yeah, there you go. I read one chapter of it so far.
Bought his book.
Yeah.
We're going to
I was
tag
sure
Johnny
you
Caps in this.
I like zombies, so I thought it's like zombie book. So
That's nice.
let me check it out.
Supportive.
So yeah, and
How much was your
it's
book?
like $13 on Amazon.
$13?
Can I answer your question? Did it come with a lock of Pauline Murphy's hair?
I think there might have been one. I think it might have been sewn into the fibers.
That was the bookmark.
From
what I heard
it's like
is,
sewn into the spine of the book.
When she passed out, he took a sample of her blood to write the to pen it in.
I think they think the pages even made out samples of her skin.
So what'd you
Yeah.
think of his book? Review the book.
Go ahead.
Read the book? I only read one chapter of it so far because that's about all I could stand.
Oh wow!
It reads like a bad children's book.
Really?
Just like,
Are you being serious or you doing
I'm
this
being.
for the,
I'm being. This is my. This is my
man,
honest.
wait.
This is my honest.
You hear that,
honest
Johnny
opinion.
Caps? Johnny Zombie don't like your book.
John Zombie just said, Johnny Caps, you're no Ernest Hemingway.
He said
Johnny
he
Caps,
isn't.
you ain't no Dr. Seuss.
George C. Romero.
No, he is not.
So you actually, it's nice that you actually bought the book. So
Yeah.
Johnny Caps, if you're listening, you can't complain. This is a guy.
Right.
John Zombie's the only person that bought the book.
Probably.
I think
I honestly didn't know you could read or write, Johnny Caps, to be honest with you.
that would be amazing. We do something on the podcast where we all use Johnny Caps' book as toilet paper.
I mean, so if you like read like the first like chapter of it, you might as well just like use it just for that.
Yeah.
Like
What's his book about now? It's about zombies.
It's about Outbreak. Very original title. There's only about like 1,000 zombie
About
books.
Zombie when he had acne in high school, right, guys?
I gotta be honest, it's amazing that Zombie really is ripping up the book. He's not shtick.
I'm sorry, it's like, but
You have a problem with the
it is not a very original title. Because when I tried to like search for it like on Amazon, I typed in the title of the book "Outbreak" and searched like 20 or so like books titled "Outbreak" popped
I
up
think there was a movie.
before his. Yeah, there was a movie called Outbreak, but that wasn't about
There's
zombies.
a Resident Evil movie or game called Outbreak.
I've never heard about that.
Yeah, you guys didn't think I was a faggot either, right? That's why I play the video games and I build toys like a grown ass man.
Now tell me a little more about the Johnny Caps book. Go ahead.
I mean, it just Okay, we're going with the Robert music. All right.
Go on.
No, just like we there's just like some parts that he just like over explains, and parts that he doesn't. Like,
Is he a good writer?
not from what I've read
He
so
used like
far.
makes like alliteration and personification.
No.
I want to see it.
Motifs.
We're gonna have a tag team match. Zombie and Jillian Jacobs versus Caps and Pauline Murphy. A mixed tag team.
We're both partnered up with the girls that we want.
Pauline Jacobs bites.
Let's give her a
No, she doesn't.
So you really do have a problem with this guy's.
I mean,
that's amazing.
I can only.
How about we just end it here?
We might as well.
Okay, hold on. Say it's trash, bro.
It's trash, bro.
Okay, there we go. All right, fine. We'll move on.
Oh man.
Oh man.
He actually bought the book.
This poor guy's gonna have to look over his shoulder when he does a signing at Barnes and Noble. The times they're going to fucking throw a hot, overpriced Starbucks coffee in his face.
Oh, this is a zombie book. Can you imagine?
I am the zombie authority.
Can you imagine looking at your computer and seeing John Cappuccino, whatever the fuck his name is,
John
and then pathetically running to your wallet to take out your debit card and putting in your fucking numbers.
You really do have a lot of money for no reason.
Yeah. He's so wealthy.
You know what, John?
I gotta burn through somehow.
Spend it on
you
the
know?
toys. The toys have more substance than a zombie book.
Do you know that the Thompsons have a very rich tradition?
The most pathetic possessions. The most pathetic of all his possessions is John Cappuccino's outbreak.
It's like hanging on like the coffee table. It's like a conversation piece in the Thompson household. Oh my god! Is that the newest outbreak?
Yes, this is the worst book. When the Thompsons get together, we have story time, and we read chapters of Outbreak.
Remember that show on VH1 with the rich,
The Lifestyles of Rich and Famous.
They go to Zombie's house. The guy with that voice. $300 for a Batman figure, but this is his most expensive item. $13.99. for John Cappuccino's Outbreak.
I feel like the Thompson family would be the family that would be like okay during the purge. Like you guys would have like the fortified house. You'd probably like you'd splurge a little bit to get someone to kidnap a minority for you guys to all kill on like the purge
He
day.
has Illuminati like family.
Yeah,
You ever see his family photo? When he's like,
I saw the railing when we guys were all on the step.
like 30
How
of
many
them.
Thompsons are there?
A lot. We're spread across the whole country.
my favorite Thompson is John Taylor Thompson.
It's John Taylor Thomas, but
I heard his dad was really nifty with the tools. There's always time for tools in that house.
yeah, it's always time for tools.
Exactly. So there you have it.
Yeah.
You actually bought.
I bought the book.
See, we went wrong with supporting the scene.
No.
Because we don't even support people with talent, and you went and bought nobody's book.
I went to a mic earlier. I went to the Creek in the Cave, and I was in the room supporting the other comics like some sort of pussy. And Frank Terranova,
I love Frankie too.
regular on the podcast, turned around and was like, "We can go in there and support the fucking other comics like some sort of pussy." And
Not wrong.
He was right. He's completely right.
John, could you hand me a Bud Light?
Yeah, can I have one too, please? Of course, Light.
There you go.
Bud Light for you.
Got one. There we go.
It's much more convenient than in my house. I don't actually have to get up to get you guys
Thank
a
you.
fucking
Oh
beer.
my god.
It's like whereas I were at my house, say
Wait, think you're going to have a simple ass home?
well, I mean, you do have a
Get 'em.
washer and dryer like in your kitchen.
Oh, yeah, that's called convenience, okay?
I mean, it is convenient because you can like do a load of whites while you like slowly burn the roast.
Get a lot of fucking Martha Stewart over here. Fucking walks
Being very critical today.
sizes up people's
I just
homes.
complimented your family's lineage.
I'm sorry, this fucking guy doesn't have Captain America toys on his.
No, that's on the third floor. That's in the man cave. The man compartment.
No, it's amazing when people walk into Zombie's apartment. They always go like, "This is actually really nice," and like people are very impressed.
You're very organized.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Cousin
I
Russ
am,
was
I am.
very impressed.
Oh, Cousin Russ.
And Cousin Russ never left home. He was like, I could see myself moving in here.
Like you go into Zombie's apartment, he fucking lives a very lavish lifestyle.
Yeah.
Very lavish.
Oh, man.
Is that the fucking Love Boat or something like that?
Nah, it's Lifestyles of Rich and the Famous.
Oh, look at this guy's apartment.
Why did they suddenly turn to Conor McGregor?
I can't do the.
You was fucking guys, Campbell's soup.
That's why I'm so. That's why I'm not all there. I'm fucking crazy. I thought we were gonna do the fucking lifestyles of rich and famous.
VH1 bit.
Yeah, that's not wasn't on VH1.
VH1 was Cribs. That was where like they would go to like the celebrities' house.
I know.
That was MTV.
No, because you know why he's thinking. No, he's thinking of fucking Robin Leach used to be on a show on VH1.
Yes.
And this idiot's only you should have done the bit, but his only exposure to high society culture is VH1.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking idiot.
You're so cultured.
I am. Go ahead, name an author. I can name any of the books.
John Cappuccino.
Outbreak.
They're gonna be giving that out to kids in 6th grade to read for summer.
What awful last
Right
name.
next to fucking Time Machine.
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
A typical Staten Island.
And then this idiot shortens to something you put on the top of a bottle.
They're tearing him. He should get teared.
Nah, he's all right.
His girlfriend was a lovely girl. She was really
Which
into
one
the
was
comedy.
she? That's the one I went home with Jerry.
Man.
Not true.
No, don't tell him that.
Nah, I'm fucking. I'm woke Jerry now, bro. I'm woke. But fucking Jordan Peterson's a savage. Neil deGrasse Tyson's great for two things. He loves to talk about space, and and his middle name is my favorite TV show. It's great stuff.
It's a good time.
Oh man.
So you want to talk about the Mad Dog?
Who's Mad Dog?
You know Mad Dog.
Oh, of course, yeah. Mad Dog was the guy,
Mad Dog.
that big man with no neck from Legends. That
It's getting ridiculous where every show I've done the last 2 months, I got to deal with the Mad Dog.
There's a Mad Dog at every bar
It's
show.
always that guy. And he winds up on stage shirtless, yelling.
Yes. Foaming at the mouth from his withdrawal.
he's shirtless. He's yelling. On occasion, he shows up with fucking actual zombie makeup.
He's always with the guy named Mike.
Oh man.
Yes, we did a you hosted an open.
I did. I'm
yeah?
trying to get branch out to the hosting
Oh
game.
man.
Yeah, he's smacking people around.
I wanted to be like a friendly, like the lovable host. It was like, oh, this guy's breaking balls. He's having fun. But no, then the fucking Mad Dog had to be there, fucking foaming at the mouth like a fucking weasel that he is.
That ain't the game.
No, I'm trying to be like the lovable guy. I want to have conversations with people about fucking nothing and say that I did great.
You want to do stuff like, hey, what's your name? What's your name? Oh,
Yeah, my grandmother's name was Amelia.
that's it. Let's move on to the next person. Hi, how are you? What are you doing here? Okay, what's your name?
Oh man, sweet kicks, little guy. They come in my size.
That's the difference, though. When we host shit,
You gotta smack people around.
When we host shit, we take names.
Technically, right now, we're three of us are hosting shit right
Know
now.
what I-
Because Antonio, we're here at Antonio's house. He's being
I'm being a host, right?
He's being a host. This is my podcast, right? I'm a host on the podcast, but I share everything. I share everything. So this fucking guy comes in. He's the host too. He's not even the co-host. We're just two hosts.
They're just hosts.
That's how you know you got two of them. Speaking of bad hosts, right?
You guys are great twins when there's two of them.
Old strong jaw.
Yeah. So hosting was good because it was a hell mic. Only because there was these fucking people who looked like they strolled in from the methadone clinic. They fucking probably had 3 teeth between the two of them. And it's just like, all right, it's one thing like you heckle a little bit, I interact with you, cool. But then like I'm starting to talk to another person to break their balls, and this guy's still fucking talking at me.
Not breaking balls early tonight.
Yeah, no, this guy's fucking breaking. This guy looked like half past dead. Like this guy's like a reanimated corpse. He looked like a fucking bloated Weekend at Bernie's.
It looked like a character in the novel Outbreak.
I can almost see the author just painting a picture of this guy's fucking ravenous foam beard.
But you held your own and you
I
slapped
did.
him around.
I smacked him around.
You took out your cock.
I actually had to go. This guy made me do something I never thought I'd do. I had to show my cocks early. That's my trump card, whatever the fuck they call it.
But what I do is when I host Zombie, when I see a couple of jokesters like that, know what I tell them, Zombie?
What?
I go, you may know who I am, but I know who you are. And that's what I do. Because I run into all those guys all the time. And that's what Antonio did yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
When you're at Fight Club, Zombie, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, I do.
Your opening lines, next time you fight, which will be against Johnny Caps, your opening lines should be, look at me. You may know who I am, but I know who you are. And your book sucks. That's how you roast them. You turn it against them. I read your book. Your book's garbage.
You gotta do like fucking roast shtick. Like after you tell a joke, you go, "Oh, roast master." You know, like you put an accent on.
Exactly. That's what you gotta wear it. Just wear it.
Or after you tell a really fucked up joke about Johnny Cap's chemo head, you'd be like, "Buckle up, fellas." I heard the people on Comics Watching Comic love that line. They fucking eat it up.
I heard that line is detestable.
Yeah. Completely said by the most unlikable people.
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You gotta be the man up there.
Yep.
You gotta.
You should go up at Comedy Fight Club. Remember, if you were a listener to the show, you know, like the early episodes, we were like, Zombie's the new hot kid at Fight Club.
Oh yeah,
I've cooled off since then.
He's a fallen. He's a fallen hero. But here's the thing: you should go up at Comedy Fight Club as the Norwegian Playboy.
Yes.
Like you go up like in a robe and like the ladies are looking beautiful tonight.
You need your angle.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need your shtick.
You gotta come and just install IKEA furniture on stage.
I gave you some legitimate advice though. I never want to hear you say these two words ever again, Maddie Smith. Never ever say. You have no
time.
Wait, why did you say Maddie Smith?
I don't know. I think it was against Tom.
The two of you should never even make eye contact. Not that you actually could, either of you. But, like, you should never say her name ever again, all right?
Like you mentioning Maddie Smith is like looking directly into the sun. Like,
Right. You gotta understand, Zombie. You're at the bottom. There's a pecking order.
Yeah.
You can't. When you reach to the top like that, they're gonna slap your hand right back.
That's what they do. That's what
here's
they
what
do.
you do: you take out Johnny Caps, right? You get a little street cred, then you fucking smack him out of that John Fox guy.
You're
That
right.
guy-
You are right.
Yeah.
He's right.
That guy's like he was like I don't know. I'm trying to think who to compare him in wrestling. He's like not that bad.
Well, he's the guy, the Hurricane guy. Remember that guy?
Oh
Wrestler?
yeah, he's fucking like green.
People used to say, Gilbert.
Gilbert, yeah, like
Guys like that.
like better than the Brooklyn Brawler, but like not so much like a Mabel or like a Doink the Clown. Like yeah, he's a Doink the Clown. Like
See, here's the thing. You were reaching to the top. You can't be mentioning Maddie Smith. She's a comedian. You're my fringe producer. You can't be mentioning.
you gotta go after the Foxes, the Jonesies,
Those are the guys.
Brendan Jones,
I'm sure Brendan Jones is allowed back
straight
at
Nate
Fight Club. but-
Alexanders.
Exactly. You gotta be. That should be your. See, when you get really good, because you're gonna beat Tommy Carroll. And Tommy's a good comic.
He's a good comic.
Yeah.
That's not a bad win.
No.
Okay, but you should be king of the fringe.
King of the
You'll
Fringe.
get
King of the
there.
Fringe.
Look at Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Everyone hated Mysterio.
Dude, he was mowing lawns one night, then he fucking did some flips in the ring, and he's the hottest kid in the
Dude had
ring.
the belt for about 2 days.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes in life you just gotta put a mask on and
Right.
Put a mask on, fake scoliosis like Rey Mysterio.
That's what you should do. You should gotta find your angle.
Yeah.
And I think the Norwegian Playboy.
the Norwegian Playboy. Then you know John Fox is from getting laid away from calling himself John gets a lot of box. I get a lot of box.
This is John Fox kid.
Oh man.
Sweet man, but you know that's your next target.
That's your guy. It goes Caps. Say it right now on the podcast.
I want your hit list.
I'll be your manager. Okay. Right now.
He's gonna be your Eric Bischoff.
I'm gonna be your guy. I'm your guy. Look at me. Anything. Fucking anything. Right.
Whatever you need.
Whatever you need, Zombie. All right. I'm gonna be your Paul Bear.
Right.
All right.
And you're the Norwegian Playboy.
Okay. And I can talk shit. Okay. With the best of them. I'm not going to do a roast battle because I have thick skin. I have thin skin. I'm sorry. I have literally thick skin. I'm going to do it right now for you. It goes Caps. If you're listening, Caps, my boy Zombie is going to give you an ass whooping that you've never seen, Caps. And then it goes John Fox, you bug-eyed freak. Zombie's going to take it to you. Okay? Then we're going up the ladder. We're going up the ladder. No filter Paul, you British freak. Zombie, the all-American king. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is going to take it to you. Okay? All right? Fourth. Fourth on this is Patrick Haggerty. Little shit. Zombie will step over you, you freak. Daniel J. Paraffin, we slap you around, see? You're sagging, Daniel J. Paraffin. You're sagging a flab. The zombie's old man, my man, zombie's old man. Zombie, come on, tell us your thoughts. Match my intensity.
I don't think I can.
So you gotta match my intensity.
I can't.
I believe in you.
You believe in
You know
nothing?
what John Zombie should start doing at Fight Club? Just coming out of the back in a funny mask and hit someone with a chair in the middle of a roast battle.
You should be disrupting fights.
You should be interfering.
Yes.
Just slide
Like
into
you
the
just run up with hot coffee and throw it in Dan Wick's face.
And then just have Jim Ross and Jerry King like, what was that about?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
They never knew what anything was about.
No.
You know when like a wrestler would do like when he would first enter the WWE and he would interfere in fights and he would run out and like it would happen periodically until he finally actually challenged someone to a fight.
You should be the edge of comedy. Like you just hang out and then
And
the
then
spotlight,
spear people for no reason.
and then just walk away.
And then you find the freak of your own, right? To be a Christian. So you could be edging Christians. And then you could challenge people like Lanza and fucking Cashatano.
the day Zombie has a minion is the day I quit comedy.
I heard that Weinstein fella, Winehouse, he's got a plump lackey.
He's got
Some minion.
yes, some minion.
See, John, there's hope if the Winehouse could find the fucking lackey.
There's nothing funnier than a minion. Like Terra
Minions
Nova
are good.
literally has Matteo Pascali. It works so well.
Because you know what, Matteo's like a proud Italian artist, and he likes any Italian from like that's like his sonny. You know what I mean? He's like Collusion. I'm like, that's his sonny.
Well, the two of them were at like a pizzeria. It looks like Terra Nova's the father and Matteo's the son.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
Yeah, do good dad. Do good dad. He's like, son, shut up and eat your pizza.
I think he's doing very.
I don't want the liberals to think I'm one of those fanooks that give you vaccines.
I would like to see Terra Nova's the father, Mateo's the son, and Mia Faith Hammond's the Virgin Mary.
See, that's someone you should challenge.
Yeah,
But she
and then attack her fucking President Clinton's father.
Oh yeah, her dad was on Saturday Night Live
her dad was hot in the 90s.
Oh, he really was.
doing every stupid hack impression.
Yeah. I do not have sexual relationships with that cunt woman to make a fucking hack
And I kind
comedian.
of like this Sean Connery impression.
You know what? No, I don't like about Darryl Hammond's impression of Bill Clinton.
His seed and what it spawns.
That was that would be number 2. Number 1, he was making light of a murderer.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't like that.
Oh man.
Making light of a murderer.
I think the worst thing Daryl Hammond did was not pull out that one time.
Yeah, I hear he does a good Don Pardo.
Yeah.
I don't know. He made a career of Saturday Night Live.
Well, they really did a talent search on who replaced the announcer of Saturday Night Live. They got the guy who was there for 40 years. That's like your local post office making the retarded janitor who's been there for 50 years, the new postmaster.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of postman, Al Cush, right?
Oh, Al Cush. I really want to meet this guy.
Oh,
I heard he's probably knocking out someone right now.
You know what? He probably doesn't live too far.
He lives on the South Shore.
Sure. He used to
Right.
drink at the what's the place on Victory Boulevard? West End, West Shore.
West Shore Inn, yeah.
He used to drink there.
Get a
all the
great
time.
steak there.
I'll never forget when I was 7 years old. I was sitting at a table just like this, right?
Explain
Family.
who Al Cush is.
Go ahead.
He's my father's best friend.
Yeah.
Remember your dad's best friend growing up,
Yeah.
and how your mother hated him
Oh, yeah.
because he had like all the bad influence.
Well, like he was the guy that my dad would listen to.
Right.
Like he would put shit in my dad's head, and my dad would come home and be like, "Yeah, you know what, Lydia, you could cook more." You know, like that's just
Come home. We're not spending Christmas with your family. It's my family all the way.
Yeah, and yeah. So Al, one time after my dad and him got like fucking crazy Jerry Martinez drunk
Oh, man.
at Farrell's Bar in Brooklyn, they came to my house. And Al was like, "Let's have some dinner," you know. And he fixed himself a plate. We sat around the kitchen table, you know. And I was like 8 years old. And at that time, I don't know if Zombie knows this, but I was a fucking ridiculous anti-Semite.
He
Like,
didn't say Jewish around him. He would stop you.
yeah, I would lose my appetite, you know. And I would like,
Like a good little Nazi.
yeah, That's what they taught us in Grusenstein school.
Yeah.
And
You're 82 in what, Third Reich Elementary? Third Reich grade.
well, if you made it to the next level, you hit the Fourth Reich, and that was the
That was the Reich where they let you pull the lever on the.
no, that would have been the real graduation where all the Jewish students would be out of.
You go up on stage, you pull a lever. Oh man, no!
the
Stop
oven-
screaming in the other room.
He was a
Yeah, the
dangerous
oven's just fired up.
I was crazy. I was like Goobles. They call me Young Goobles. Because I spit mad rhymes about it too. And we sat around the kitchen table, and one time I was like, I got into this little debate with Al Kush. Al's not all there.
Al Kush loves to push the envelope.
And I said something like derogatory towards Jews. And my mom cut in. She was like, "Hey, that's not nice. Don't talk that way. All right, don't talk that way. It's not nice, right?" And I'm like, my dad was like, "Yeah, Rob, back.
That's not nice.
Back off, And Al Kush just silenced my parents and goes, "Whoa, let him speak his mind. Let him speak his mind. I want to hear from him." My mom was disgusted. She already hates Al Kush, but she's the woman of an Italian household. And she's second in command. And my dad, when he's home, that's the president. And Al looked at my father, and my dad's like an Al Kush cuck, and he's just like, "All right, fine, let the fucking kid say what he wants." And that's why me and Al talked about how the Jews are killing democracy. And we had about an hour-length conversation about the Jews control the media and how Zionism is terrible for.
So just so I got this straight, you were 8 years old having these deep thoughts about the Jews.
I don't
think I knew what a Jew was until I was 13.
Oh no, I knew exactly. Oh, well, listen,
Dangerously anti-Semitic.
I was studying them since I'm 6. I'm not anti.
What do you mean they don't eat meat and cheese?
I'm not anti-Semitic anymore. I own all 9 seasons of Seinfeld on DVD.
Al Kush, though, my dad tells a funny story. Actually, Al Kush told me this story also. Al Kush's sons, he has like 4 boys because he's all man.
Oh, yeah.
He's like one of those guys. And
I don't make girls.
Al Kush's son was sleeping with his neighbor's daughter.
Wow.
So one night at like 2 o'clock in the morning, Al Kush's son and the neighbor's daughter are like fighting on the lawn. And the neighbor comes out, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, wants to fight Al Kush's son. So Al Kush comes out with little striped pajamas on and a little guinea pig. He goes, "What's going on here?" And the neighbor's like, "Well, your fucking son's a fucking asshole. I'm gonna fuck him up." Al Kush, once he heard that, fucking roundhouse kicked the guy. Because he told the story. He told my dad. He's like, "Bobby, I'm not even lying. I got so energetic. Once the guy said that, I roundhouse kicked him."
To this day, I have 2 things in common with Al Kush. We both smoke Marlboro cigarettes, and we both still hate the Jews. I'm kidding.
Do you ever get summonses when you were a kid?
You ever get any run-ins with the cops?
When I was, it was funny. When I was not little, when I was like maybe say 17, 18. We were drinking in the Clove Lakes Park. And, and I was like, so the kid I was drinking with was a kid I worked with, but he brought his fucking Fanuc friends with us.
Right.
So it was this fat kid wearing a fedora. Remember when fat fucks thought that they could pull off a fedora to be cool?
Of course.
So he was like he had a fucking like Hawaiian t-shirt, fedora. I thought he was fucking cool. He's like, "Hey man, I'm smoking marijuana and drinking a 40 ounce." Like he was like really.
He's like, "Girls, come here."
He's like, "Oh, the fucking like sweat pussy off of me like flies."
The Fat Guido is so underrated.
Guido was he was an underrated heel. Like he was the greatest. So I'm drinking with this kid and his friends, and then all of a sudden the cops roll through the park, and the kid goes, "Holy shit, it's the cops. I'm fucked." I said, "No, you're fucked. I could run a 6-minute mile," and I fucking booked it. Dude, I fucking left that fatty in the fucking
So you
dust.
never got a summons?
I almost got a summons. I was in peak physical condition, and I had I had a good fall fatty. Fall fatty.
I hate to do this on the podcast, but who gives a fuck, right? We have a mutual friend, me and Antonio, Chris Kakuza.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And the night we got our second summons, right? Chris was there earlier tonight. He's the guy who left.
Right.
No, he dipped out on
He's the guy who called out of 9/11, and then fucking he dipped out. He left. He was like, "Oh, it's a good thing I didn't fucking get it."
What was the summons for?
You don't listen.
Like
You're a
murdering?
pussy. If you do listen, Chris, you're a fucking pussy. You fucking asshole.
He's one of those off the grid people, Chris Kakuza.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's always been off the grid.
No social media, no nothing.
off.
I know, and that annoys me. What happened was though, we got a summons. You got to pee, so just go pee.
All right.
He's grabbing his dick. Fucking big. But what happens when we got like a summons where we were like 17.
Yeah.
First summons, so it was very disappointing. Because I made the mistake of telling my parents I got a summons.
Right.
If I got a summons today, I still wouldn't tell them.
Now, when you get a summons, like who's they don't mail it to your house or
No,
anything.
we got pulled over. We're drinking beers like at Midland Beach, and we got pulled over. I was with my friend. He was he wasn't even driving. We were just
The car was parked there.
We were parked. We were supposed to go to Eve Lounge.
Oh, Eve
right?
Ultra
And
Lounge.
there was another one too. I just don't remember the place.
I fucking used to fist pump there. Hush.
We were supposed to go. Actually, we were supposed to go to Hush. Okay?
Hush.
And then Eve Lounge. But we were pre-gaming, and at that time we were starting to really drink. So a 12-pack just didn't do it.
Right.
So we went back to the store and got another 12-pack of Bud Light. So we get back to the spot we were drinking at before, and the cops pull up behind us.
Yeah.
They give us a summons. Like, I'm like telling the cop, I'm like bullshitting. I'm like, I want to become a cop too. And
Bro, I hate black people, bro. I've been practicing my stranglehold.
you know what? I said that, but it didn't work because the cop was black. But it was very disappointing because we were all like, we grew up like being like kind of good kids, and now like we're like walking on the wild. So I have a couple of beers.
A couple of beers on a fucking Tuesday night, bro.
It was a Friday night.
Okay, tonight we're getting wild.
It was it was a Friday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving weekend. It's a hot party
It's
week.
a hot weekend. We were like 16, 17.
Oh, yeah.
17. We were 17.
All your friends are back from college. Fucking want to drink some beers. Go to Midland.
So what happened was everyone found, because my whole family taught, one of those type families. Everyone found out. Even my uncle found out about this, and he was like arrested for like heroin. And he was like, guys, you guys don't want to walk down that line, you don't want to be like me. It's a couple of beers. But the only person that didn't care
Oh, here comes
was Al Kush.
Al Kush.
Like 6 weeks later, I see Al Kirsch in front of my house and driving my dad home. They came back from drinking at Farrell's. And he lowered the window. The first thing he said was that goddamn George Soros. And I was like, I haven't read up on him yet, Al. He goes, I'll forward you some emails. And then he goes, wait a minute, come here, kid. So, you got busted, huh? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, that's okay. My kids, they went through it too. Listen to me. Next time you're out drinking with your friends, remember this. Discreet locations. Discreet. You need more discreet locations.
You guys see this guy? He has the perfect mustache. It looks like a Hitler mustache.
Do you have a picture of Al Kush?
I looked him up on the internet to see. He's so old.
He's an off the grid guy.
You can't find.
He's been off the grid since '94. Once he turned his pager off, he was a ghost.
We drank with him one night because my dad is in a band, and we were at the West Shore Inn.
Right. Your dad plays drums, right?
Yeah. He was playing. We were in the West Shore Inn, and Al Kush was there, and he got very excited to see us. He was like, "There they are, my boys." And Al Kush.
Wait, is Al Kush in the band?
No. He know what's funny about him? He does sing karaoke. It's really funny. He gets fucked up because my dad told me, my dad was like, yeah. One night Al went up and started singing "That's Life" by Frank Sinatra. And he was so fucked up and bad that people were heckling him. And he ran
out of house.
He ran
Right in the bar.
Then he went to the house, kicked the karaoke person, and took the equipment.
Then he went up and sang Bitch Creek Bop.
This guy hasn't lost a fight in 40 years. He's 70 years
This
old.
guy's got some limber thighs if he's just throwing roundhouse kicks in the face.
The Stone Cold, he has the Stone Cold Stunner at bar fights. It's
Nobody.
This guy's like a regular Staten Island Chuck Norris. Does he have like a martial arts background?
He gets now.
Or like he just practiced that one move his whole life. He's like, you know what? I fucking saw Jackie Chan do it once.
My-
And they train him in a frail people.
If you step to him,
Watch Roadhouse too many times.
if you just step to him, he just threatens you immediately. Just goes, I'm gonna run out the kid in the face.
So is it fair to say if I was in a confrontation with that coach, what if I just ducked like and he missed his roundhouse kick? What's his follow-up move?
Kick you with the other leg. He went
Speeding heel kick.
You know what's even funnier is that my dad and him would drink at Farrell's, and that was on their route at the post office.
Oh yeah.
And this is in Brooklyn. And the funny thing about Al Cush is that he used to wear the short mailman shorts. And he was a letter carrier, so he was like always in shape, just smoking Marlboros. But they would drink on the clock at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But not my dad. I should not. He's still active. Al Cush is retired. Years.
Okay, so I'm gonna blow your mind, guys.
Hold on, you know what? When he retired, you know that story?
Let me finish.
Wait,
Let me finish.
okay, all right.
Because they would drink there,
Yeah.
right? And they would go back to the station, and my dad would like eat peanuts, trying to hide it. Al Cush would go up to the boss and just breathe in his face. Would just go, and the boss would just be like, ah! He couldn't do anything about it, though. They were union. He was like, you're smoking a fucking brewery.
No,
They wanted to avoid it.
no, wait, I want to blow you boys' minds. Now, wait, so Al Cush and your father were both mailmen?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that because my father-in-law is a mailman. He's still a mailman, so I got to ask him. He works in Brooklyn. I got to know if he knows the legend of Al Cush.
He might know the legend of Bobby Garza.
I got to ask him.
That's a notorious pain in the ass.
Do you know which was his office?
My dad's worked everywhere. Bush Terminal.
Bush. No,
That's where they worked together. My dad's worked at Coney Island, Diker Heights, and
Okay.
he's worked everywhere. Bushwick.
Because my father-in-law, Sarah's father, he works, I think, in Bay Ridge or
Diker Heights?
Diker Heights. I think he might.
Oh, then my dad and him worked together.
Yeah. He also knew, that G-rated Jackass guys. People don't know this. Jay Miller's father was a postman too.
Really?
Yeah. What was his name? And he's super conservative, which is super funny because, like, I don't know, his son fucking became a fucking vagine.
Yeah, big time.
Like, what kind of pussy wants to roast people but doesn't want to get roasted back? I'll tell you what, a fucking spineless coward.
You know what's funny? Al Cush actually knows Jay Miller's father. Hey, roundhouse kick.
No.
Your boy's a box.
But when Al retired,
You roundhouse kicked the supervisor.
instead of giving him a ring, they let him roundhouse kick the entire station.
The entire.
No, I'm not making this up. Listen, the punchline is he roundhouse kicked this guy in the face. I'm not making this up. He worked at Home Depot. and this is a couple of years after 9/11, and the manager of Home Depot is an Arab. And he goes, this fucking guy, he's fucking Arab, motherfucker, bomb that fucking country. You're fucking telling me what to do and how to come in and when to clock in. Fuck you. Fuck you. And I'm not making this up. It ended with him kicking the guy in the face.
He got fired.
He got fired. 2 weeks. He got fired, and when they took him to court for physical violence, and he argued that he started it first.
You would lead to believe that someone would formulate a counter strategy to Al Cush's famous roundhouse kick. It's the most unblockable move. It's like the rock bottom.
The man's in the center of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. He needs both.
Because I forgot he worked at Home Depot, and my dad called him. He was like, "Yeah, Bobby, I'm in a ton of shit right now." Because he was like, "Yeah, I worked at Home Depot because my wife's a pain in the ass." This guy, I don't want to say this.
No, don't get into that.
Just in case, because
You already. That's funny. You roundhouse kicked a woman in the cunt that he might have been having an affair.
I don't want to say. No, we don't
joking.
know that.
I don't think that Al
Right,
Cush is
that's the-
progressive enough to also fucking roundhouse kick women.
So fucking funny. He's the funniest man ever.
Now, Jen's Army. Now, the burning question is: does your father have an Al Cush in his life?
No.
Oh man.
The closest my phone has to having to sound like my aunt works in the post office, but she's not a mail carrier.
No, we're not talking about little.
I don't know what the.
Al Cush would be this bad. And
I don't know.
Let me explain to you. Al Cush would be this
The
badass.
answer is no.
He'd be this badass if he's working as a janitor at a fucking shop right.
If Al Cush was a janitor, he'd be roundhouse kicking kids when they walk on his mop floor. I just mopped this. You fucking kids have no respect. Look, there's shoe marks now on my freshly mopped floor.
You gotta find your Al Cush.
I need an Al Cush.
Do you have an Al Cush at work? Who are your coworkers?
I do not have an Al. If there was going to be an Al Cush in my job, it would probably be me if it wasn't too afraid of getting fired.
No, but not because of the violence. I'm talking about for the bad influence.
Yeah.
You confuse me. You throw different details at me.
Hold on a second. You think you have a hotter fucking roundhouse kick to the face? Al Cush.
I have a hard attempt at a roundhouse kick before I fall and break my face.
This conversation influences Zombie, and the next day we read in the paper, custodian gets fired. He roundhouse kicked someone in the face.
Roundhouse kicks principal after saying floors aren't cleaning up.
Now you're the hottest roast battler in the game. Do you want a roundhouse kick battle, Al Cush? No.
Go ahead, talk some shit.
Al Cush got the most limber thighs in the game.
I don't have limber thighs at all.
Talk some shit about Al Cush.
I don't even know the guy.
Al Cush will find out where I live and he'll fuck you up in my house.
I better get going.
And then
now.
Al Cush, you'll be like, hey, I like the decor here. You seem like a really nice guy.
You seem really conservative. You hate the juice. You have a great voice.
I found you on Facebook. Hillary Gluck. Is that you?
He also coached my baseball team.
Oh, yeah?
Knew nothing about baseball.
Oh.
But the only thing, everyone thought he was my father.
We used to show up to my high school games, and he would hang out by the dugout. And because we had such a good rapport, in between innings, we would discuss global politics and how the Jews are being poisoning the entire planet. And when I played third base, that was the most rewarding of my high school career.
He used to not only come down to our high school games, but that was way before. He used to come down when we were younger, and he one time turned to my dad. He goes, he was watching our games. He goes, they like Killer Instinct. You know how old we were? We were 7.
And what's your problem? You fucking biting the catcher when you slide into home?
Didn't matter. We should be roundhouse kicking the catcher. Didn't matter.
They you did tell my dad, I was like 7 years old, I was like, they lack the killer instinct.
He's like, they'll get there. They'll get there.
Not soon.
man.
You need an Al Cush in your life, Zombie. Want to hear about the Al Cush I work with? This guy once unplugged a person's life support to charge his cell phone. He goes, this guy's on his way out, but my phone has 30%. You need that guy.
I always find those guys a pain in the ass at work, though. Like,
Oh, the Al Cushes, yeah.
yeah, because they take it too seriously. But Al Cush didn't take it that seriously.
Yeah, he breathed in the supervisor's face.
He's more of a rebel type.
Yeah.
But no, I guess, yeah. When I picture like people at work, I always there's always like a pain in the ass guy that like he roams around work for like 8 hours and he does like 2 hours of actual work.
Oh, yeah, there's always one of those people.
Always one of those guys.
Is there one of those guys at your custodial staff?
Not at my school, but
Zombie, if you had to scrap, right? If you had to scrap,
I had the scrap.
what's your go-to?
What's your go-to move?
If I had to scrap,
Remember, cowards poke in the eye.
well, then I'm a coward.
I would love old school wrestling moves to fight and just like pick up a glass of water. I'm like, those.
I feel like John Zombie has like pocket sand. Like, he keeps sand in his pocket.
Zombie carries sand with him all the time.
Blind his opponent.
If I ever get into a bar fight, I have to go home real quick and get my fucking 12-foot long python and come out in the back alley, and I'll be Jake the Snake Roberts-esque, and just be like, we're gonna fight. We're gonna do this for real.
Jake the Snake Bobby.
Could you imagine fighting Jake the Snake and getting a snake with him? What's your go-to?
Grab the nearest blunt objects and beat him with it.
When was the last fisticuff that you have.
God.
He hit a woman once.
Yeah, he smacked the woman.
And Chili Chicks has never been the same. The shoulders won't take no for an
You
answer.
don't know this? He actually hit a
He
woman.
hit a woman over a gift card. Yeah.
Really?
That's the only thing- that's why he got the job as a producer.
How fat was she?
Pretty fat.
See,
I was thinking she was like in shape. Was she heavy?
I mean,
The thing is,
like, just kind of thick, but like,
she hot? Would you fuck her?
No,
Okay.
she has really big tits though, which is probably why her boyfriend is with
Could
her.
have smacked her in the titty and got yourself part of the
Titty punch.
Yeah.
see, I always was
bit of
under
a
the
Zorba
impression that if
shock.
a woman's attacking you, as long as she outweighs you, it's fair game. Like, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with
Like, do you think Al Kush is going to hold back his roundhouse kick just because a chick weighs a couple of pounds extra?
No way.
He sizes people up.
He'll fucking roundhouse kick her in her stupid double chin. He'll knock her over like a fucking game of Jenga.
So when was the last time you had to scrap?
Not for a long time.
When was the first
I,
time you
I don't remember.
Did you fought when you were a kid?
I used to get in a couple scrapes when I was a kid.
Scrapes.
See, that's you fucking liar.
Did you really? Come on. Scrapes. You like your head being scraped on a curb.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Is that like a term that they used in the '60s when you were?
Look at a scrape.
How would you use to fight?
But I don't know how to respond to this.
Yeah, that's fine. They were black, right? I bet. You don't want to say there's race wars.
I had a very hot temper when I was a kid, and it would just piss me off. I would just start
Zombie
wailing
told
on
me
him.
off air that he got into a fight with a 60-year-old man once. and
First time hearing of it, but go on.
he was at Home Depot. And you were roundhouse kicked to the face. True.
I needed that fucking pipe wrench. I don't know.
I think for the rest of the podcast, every one of our everything we should finish with is them to get roundhouse kicked.
Well, I don't know if you guys know this about John Zombie, though. He orders a lot of toys. So one of his toys, his Funko Pops, came a little scuffed up in the mail. So he went to the post office. And, the letter carrier wasn't too happy about this discrepancy. So John just ate a fucking roundhouse to the face.
Let's move on. When you remember when Johnny Caps was trying to get his book published, and they were giving him shit at Simon and Schuster, and he was like, "Listen, if Simon and Schuster doesn't want to fucking publish this book, then I'll take it somewhere else." All right. And the guy working at Simon Schuster, the liaison, was named Al. He goes, "You're not taking that book anywhere." And Johnny Caps was like, "Well, yeah." And in the middle of him explaining this, he got roundhouse kicked in the face.
He's like, how do those Doc Martens taste, queer?
Zombie, remember the time you were drinking at that bar called Farrell's? And
no.
You asked some guy for a cigarette, and he's like,
yeah,
"Get your
yeah.
own fucking cigarettes." And you just got roundhouse.
He's like, hey boys, this is my last Marlboro Red.
All Al Kush's stories end with all Al Kush stories end with either drinking at Farrell's or roundhouse.
I want like Al Kush to teach me martial arts because I feel like this roundhouse kick that he does is flawless.
You know what's funny? He was supposed to come to one of my shows. Maybe I'll tell my dad, like, "Hey, find him the Pepper Jacks."
I would love to meet
You
this
know
guy
what?
Pepper Jack.
He might not like our comedy.
Nah, he has seen us perform that, hasn't he?
No, never. Seen
No, he might not like us.
He might not.
Not enough Jew jokes.
I hate this guy with the dick on his nose. As soon as you put the dick on
What
his
is he circumcised? Fucking roundhouse kicks the cock off my nose.
You're just dodging it.
He roundhouse kicks the cock off your nose. That was a warning.
Clean up your act, kid.
The man hated Jews.
What was Al Kush's? Was he married?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What was his wife like?
She hated my dad. His wife is like the biggest asshole, and a dog.
So were you guys like friendly with his kids at all?
No, his kids are older than me. They're
40.
Some of them are. Al's old. He's,
he's
like
an old
70,
man.
he's like 70 years old now.
Yeah.
He's still around at his
He's still got the fucking thighs of a 16-year-old.
My dad one time got drunk, comes home yelling and screaming, and goes, Al Kush. He's 65 years old. He's still roundhouse kicking people in the face. That's not even a punchline. That's a true story. He just was.
I really want to meet this guy. I feel like you gotta like to sit down with this guy and have like a 60-minute interview with him.
Honestly, he may or may not be your neighbor. He lives on the South Shore.
lives on the
Nobody
South Shore.
knows where he lives.
That'd be great the entire time.
I gotta follow the police blotter, see if anyone's got fucking shoe prints on their face.
You'll see him one day. One day you'll be driving on Huguenot and just see a guy roundhouse kick someone. Like, oh, that's him.
Hilarious. I said, hey, Al, rolled out. I was like, hey, Al, how's it going? He was like, oh, you know, Drew's still running the media. I'm like, all right, Al, take care, man.
He'll just be driving. You'll see him just roundhouse kick someone.
You ever see
Roundhouse kick a dog walker.
Have you seen
You got a roundhouse kick Paulie Murphy?
Have you ever seen Al ever? Shut up, zombie.
I'm trying to contribute.
Ruin my fucking rep. No, you ever see Al? Roundhouse kick in the face, and his opponent immediately gives up and just goes not again.
Fool me once, shame on you, Al Kush. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Shut up, zombie was a plug for an early episode. I didn't tell zombie to shut up.
Do you even get Al Kush on the podcast?
I'm gonna try.
I will definitely try to. We'll do the same thing we did at Cousin Ross.
But yes, the Jews, yeah.
Because that was an anti-Zionist podcast. They
Yes.
show.
We're at 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you want to end it? Are we cool to do another one? What time is it?
It's getting
No, it's 9:30. All right. It's 55 minutes though. We gotta keep the episode tight. You fucking don't want to see it? Getting kicked out already?
You guys could fucking hang out for a half hour and drink some more beers.
No, yeah, we
It's like, Al, get ready.
Bro, don't we start stretching out my hamstrings and fucking start throwing some roundhouses.
Before we, can we watch the Pepino video? Before?
yeah, I don't see why. Well, I don't see why not.
Oh, yeah, I love Pepino. Peppa.
That bad.
Is this the
What'd you do to him at a mic recently?
So I was getting the shaft at the mic, and it seems to be the trend with all the hot comics this fucking month. So I'm at the mic, and I'm at a mic that I don't know people. I'm very quiet. I keep to myself.
Well, that's the thing to do.
Yeah, I keep.
Giacomo doesn't do that.
Yeah, see, I keep my nose in my book. I write my jokes. I just keep to myself. I'll a little smile here and there. But this guy Pepper is fucking buttering everybody up, trying to make it out to be he's a big shot because he's got a fucking cable access show where he has old freckle. She doesn't listen. It's fine. No, so
Why would she?
yeah. So he's. I can't say he's like telling the girl like I hate when comics talk themselves up.
Right.
He's like, oh, I've been doing this for 8 years. It doesn't get any better. Blah blah blah. And then so he starts his set with berating the room, saying that you guys aren't telling jokes. You guys are just having a therapy session.
This is Pepino?
This is Pepino. Yeah,
Pepino Purist Clemenza.
Pepino's fucking laying into this fucking, who's that dyke broad who had the Netflix special with no punchlines that everyone's going
The Net. That's the name of the special.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's going on. He's like, comedy's about laughs. No one wants to hear your problems. And then he goes on to say, what if Donald Trump was Italian? And it was fucking terrible. So I was like, I like to be a heel at these
Give me
mics.
Trumpino.
So I go up. Pepper's drinking his sorrows away at the bar. I just go on to just bash Pepper for a good part of my set. And they're eating it up. Because sometimes these city people, they like to be bleeding hearts. And if you pick on the retard, they're like, oh no, man, don't do that.
Right.
He's got a voice too.
Pepper.
They were all on board with the Pepper
He's
bad.
not a sympathetic character.
I called Pepper an underdeveloped chia pet. I said Danny DeVito should play him in his Lifetime Oxygen movie.
He's literally shaped like a potato.
Yeah.
He looks like a potato.
Potato Clemenza.
Yeah,
We want to take a look at him real quick.
Yeah, let's take a look.
I know for the listening audience, for the five of you that like this show, more apologies to Will still. I know we did this. With that drunken fool Petrovich. But we're gonna do it again. We're gonna fucking watch Pepino's.
oh man.
Yeah, play it.
This is a talk show, the Pepino Clemenza show.
And I'm usually sympathetic towards an Italian person, but this kid I can't root for.
just best play
I'm
on
not
top
sympathetic
there.
towards an Italian.
Show Antonio. Yeah, show Antonio. Now,
Okay.
It's a.
That was the first. Oh, this is the inaugural episode.
The thing is, it's playing right now, but they obviously used a song they couldn't use.
Clearly, he was playing "That's Life" by Frank Sinatra.
Right.
And they probably got cut out by YouTube. They were like, "You got to." They didn't remove the full
The
video.
production value of this is a fucking first
Watch this.
generation iPod.
Oh, you gotta hit volume. I'm sorry.
This kid looks like an
How are you
inbred
today,
seal.
Chelsea? Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm doing very well.
Who's this?
How's it going?
The hottest chick on the
I don't
planet.
like that
Dude, this
money.
kid just creamed in his pants. He's
I
never seen something
understand.
like this up close.
So I hear you're a model. Yes. Tell us about that. I've been modeling on and off since the age of 14, and now I am doing it full time. It is an
I got
adventure.
time for this. I got a baby.
It's never a dull
I don't have
moment
time
and
to
can be
watch
very
an adult baby
exquisite
fucking
and can
creaming
be
his
very,
pants because he's talking
very
to a girl who's at 8.
hard. Yes, but always fun.
How can modeling be hard? Explain that to the people who don't know about modeling.
Okay, so there's
Sounds like
the
one of his
constant
arms
pressure
shouldn't
to,
be
you know,
developed fully.
look a certain way, act a certain way. There's people expect you to maintain a certain body weight, or
Girl.
a lot of times girls take it too seriously. They're too young and they take it too seriously, and that could be just dangerous for the rest of their careers. Yes.
Definitely mentally hard
Is she,
job.
like,
Yes.
is she a
Yes.
model for like an amphibian catalog?
Can you, I was thinking about modeling. You know if Baby Gap is hiring?
Yeah, I
They
think
need models.
Baby
you'd be
Gap?
perfect for
Yeah,
Baby Gap.
Baby
I was
Gap
actually, I
between
thought
your
of
eyes,
that the
you
first time I met you. I was
fucking
like,
crazy gingerbread.
put that man in a diaper. It'll be really great.
Maybe
He looks like the Buddha
Yes,
symbol. If they
or you
haven't
could be like the new
laughing
Gerber
Buddha.
baby.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, yeah. You have a bright future ahead of you.
I think modeling is something I might consider.
I'll talk to my manager, Elaine.
Definitely.
He looks like a free-range egg
So-
that you get at Trader Joe's.
One thing I like to do on the show is collect drunk stories.
Great.
Tell me a drunk story.
Okay, do you want one pertaining to when I've been modeling or been expecting to be modeling? Because I have some of those, and then I
I think a
also...
model drunk story sounds good. Let's get one model drunk story and one more drunk
Okay,
story.
fantastic. So this was actually just last weekend. I was on a shoot down in the Florida Keys for Bahamas catamaran charters, and they're really awesome. And they are trying to sell this new beautiful yacht, and so they have me come down, and I'm just standing out on the bow, and we're sailing in the middle of the
I
Atlantic.
love
It's
it's
absolutely
called
gorgeous, and
Pino
my job
Corleone's
was so
Comedy
easy.
Show,
I just
episode 1. If you look
drinking
at
champagne until I
on
get
the
the
YouTube
shots.
page,
Just keep
17
drinking
likes and
champagne.
1
I drank
dislike. You know where that 1 dislike came
champagne
from.
before they were satisfied.
Because of our podcast.
And I
Steak and
look at my
rum.
complexion, my hair, I can't be out in the sun very long, or I just become a lobster. So I just kept drinking to stay hydrated, and we hit this. There was a storm coming, but the waters were fine. But then
she's
there was
a model. She
giant
probably-
cruise
she
ship
probably
that went by us, and one wave knocked into
It looks like
the
two
yacht,
Pino heads.
completely knocked me over. And it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't had so much to drink. So that was my most
That
recent
pimple on the top of my head looks like an aviola.
drunken
You know, it looks like
adventure.
the
But
guy
usually
that
they
you
don't
have
want
to
you
answer
to
his riddle before he lets you
drink
cross the
while you're
bridge.
working. But
No, it's funny.
they can hire me again any day.
He's awful. No, what's funny about Pepino? Do you know comedian Dan Lamort?
Oh, yeah.
You know that guy? He's like a hot shot.
Oh, yeah,
he's the
he's-
hottest comedian in town. And one night I'm outside the Grizzly Pear, and I'm talking to Dan Lamort,
Right.
and he's like, yeah, that guy over there gives me shit, and I'm like, who? He's like, that guy. And he points to Pepino. Pepino bullies him.
What a nasty fuck that Pino is. That was what I was saying, because after that shooting, when they shot the Pepino Clemenza show, when he walked out of the studio, there's a story out there that someone was seen roundhouse kicking him to the face.
Oh God! Just me 2 tits. Oh man! So that's about an hour and 2. What do you
Yeah,
think, Zombie?
2 minutes, yeah.
Should we close up?
I'm pretty
I
happy.
think you're better. Do you think you're a better broadcaster than Pepino?
No.
I think you are.
Yeah.
I think you're way better.
We should have a Fight Club match.
Yeah, call out Pepino. That's gonna be a closing.
Pepino, I'm coming for you.
That's your. We'll get. I want him on the podcast in the worst way. We'll get
In the
him.
worst way. How do we close up, though? Hold on a
I
second.
don't know.
Oh right, we gotta.
We gotta do it.
You can do the thing.
Antonio, you want to plug anything real quickly?
Well, I'll be at the roast of Terrible Timothy on
All right.
on the 5th of Sunday at Pepper Jack. With these folks.
By popular demand, we're always asked when we're going to air the episodes. We took a couple of weeks off from airing episodes on Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It's pretty ironic. John Zombie, you fucking not busy milking cows? That can you air the episode tomorrow?
Sure.
You cool with that?
Yeah. I can do that.
Are we going to sing the Scientology theme song?
Well, I feel like we only do this when Antonio's on. Our other guests would look at us like total freaks. Except for Zach Petrovich, who would request pamphlets.
I heard that Zach Petrovich is a great person to have at your party.
If you hear the Scientologist, he's going to be shirtless on Zombie's table, just waving his arms while singing the song.
We get a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses in this neighborhood.
Do you?
Yeah, we have to pretend that we're not home. And these fucking guys will take a
It's the
hint.
only black people that ever been in his neighborhood.
No, it's funny. Jehovah's Witness went to Al Kush's house one time.
He went to Al Kush's house. What happened? A roundhouse kick.
Before he even answered the door, he was already roundhouse kick after the face.
Fucking love Al Kush.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, this
I love Scientology.
is so exciting. These
Hey, people listening in Slovenia, sing along if you know the word.
this isn't the slant.
I'm sorry.
I like the comment we left. Crazy or not, let it all be honest. That you can belt out one hell of a song.
No, seriously, this is some rock song.
You know what?
The Shadows.
The
Shadows.
Shadow supports Scientology.
You can't tell if this is Journey or Scientology.
It's an amazing video.
And this is pre-Tom Cruise.
Yeah, this is pre-Tom Cruise.
Could you imagine
Pre-Travolta, too, right?
Yeah.
So we'll be dancing in the circle between all the
Do you
fucking
think he's going to
candles.
convince Al Kush to join Scientology?
No way, he's a hard-blooded American Christian.
Yeah,
Like there's too many Jews in Scientology.
Tom Cruise, I saw him wearing those funny hats.
We stand tall, no turning back. There we go. We stand tall.
We all stand tall until Al Kush kicks us in the face.
I was going to go with Al Kush roundhouse kicking Clemenza Pepino, but he keeps missing because he's so short.
He would roundhouse kick him like an angry kid playing fucking kickball in the fucking schoolyard.
I'd never do your show again.
The human handball.
Oh, they're just laughing.
I actually never look at the video. They look like some happy people.
It was amazing.
For a fake religion, they look pretty happy.
Scientology is supposed to feel good. Oh, here it is.
Oh, we stand tall? Oh, here it comes.
We stand tall, no turning back. Ecstasy.
No turning back. Al Kush is stretching his quadricep for his next roundhouse kick.
Oh, big second verse.
Oh, here it comes. Till Al Kush kicks us in the face.
We stand tall.
Oh, he's just lining them up. Roundhouse kicking us.
Here it is. Big sexy verse coming up. Hey, hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. We stand tall.
Oh, I love Scientology.
Look at him in the middle there. Hey, there's our fearless leader in the middle, David Miscavige.
If you look closely, Al Kush is in the background.
Al Kush is just fucking hacking people down.
People being knocked out.
Like
All you see is a Nike.
You ever see like one of those things like harvest corn? It's just like a field of people, but it's Al Kush's leg is mowing people down.
We got to name this episode Roundhouse Kick. Roundhouse Kick to the face.
Come on first.
Well, it's unbelievable. Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
No, we're good. That's right.
Hour and 7.
can't believe it.
That Gerald is presenting the quarterly budget report with finger puppets?
Look, here comes a 1.7% decrease in fixed overhead. Hello, everybody.
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
Who are you? The projected increase in organic Q3 revenue. Hooray!
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yo, if we go to 7-Eleven right now, we can be back in time for the game.
I don't know, man. I don't want to miss kickoff.
Okay, but Red Bulls are 2 for $5 right now when I use my 7-Eleven app.
Dude, but kickoff.
But how are we going to stay on top of our game while watching this game if we're not on that 7-Eleven game?
I don't know. How?
Keep up, dude. 2 for $5 Red Bull with my 7-Eleven app.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, I'm feeling you now.
Thank you.
7-Eleven. Be game day ready. Plus tax where applicable. Valid at participating locations.